A course as big as Big History warrants an equally big wrap-up. This might be a big paper, a presentation, a project, or all three. Big History provides many opportunities for students to explore big questions about issues that matter to them. It also gives kids many chances to be more than just passive consumers of knowledge. They get to generate new ideas of their own. When they have the chance to share this knowledge in ways that go beyond the four walls of the classroom, students start to see themselves in new ways. In this video, we'll talk briefly about the project-based learning activities, the Little Big History project, and opportunities to engage parents and the community by sharing student work through events like the Little Big History Night. First, let's talk about project-based learning, or PBL, activities in the course. Project-based learning is an opportunity for students to deeply explore a complex question, problem, or challenge. The Big History project course includes 3 PBL activities. In Unit 5, the PBL activity is Invent a Species. This project challenges groups to invent a new species. They have to decide where their species came from, how it evolved, what skills and abilities it has, the trends that led to its survival, and so on. The development of their species must be grounded in scientific thought and reason. The deliverables for the project are a model of the species and a Wikipedia entry about it. In Unit 7, the activity is Feeding the World, in which pairs of students have to determine how many people the Earth could support now and in 100 years, and what conditions would be necessary to support those numbers. The deliverables for this project are an infographic, a narrative of each condition, and a structured poster presentation. Unit 10, the last unit of the course, has a PBL activity called What is the Next Threshold? In groups, students determine the universe's next threshold, the 9th threshold of increasing complexity. But rather than just imagining something, they have to use their knowledge of the 8 earlier thresholds to rationally and scientifically predict what's next. They'll create a threshold card and a podcast or newscast that explains their next threshold and the logic behind their prediction. Each PBL activity covers 2 weeks, so you'll need to make space for them in your plan. Students work in groups to research their questions, compose written responses, and share their results. The feedback we've gotten from teachers is that these activities are super popular with students. If you haven't really used project-based learning before, we suggest that you check out our friends at the Buck Institute for Education at www.bie.org. Another option for your students' culminating projects for the course is the Little Big History project. It allows students the chance to delve deep into an event, object, or idea they care about from a big history perspective. Each Little Big History has to tell the story of its topic across at least 3 thresholds, and one of those 3 thresholds has to be pre-human. But wait, there's more. The Little Big History has to incorporate the perspectives of at least 3 disciplines, including history. Working in teams, students investigate just about anything that interests them, as long as it's researchable. The buzz from teachers who've used the Little Big History project is that it's much easier for students to research physical objects than abstract concepts. To make topic selection less daunting for their students, a team of teachers at Bishop DuBourg High School in Missouri limited the class topics to things they can buy at Walmart. At the end of the project, each member of the group will complete a collaborative group paper, an individual paper, and participate in a group presentation on the subject of their Little Big History. The Little Big History project is a lot of work. Students begin by selecting their topics in the second half of the course and start writing in earnest in Unit 8. To help prepare them, we've created activities that allow students to look at examples of Little Big Histories and become familiar with the rubrics that will be used to evaluate their final projects. Here's a tasty bit of Big History project trivia. The History Channel program Big History was inspired by our Little Big History project. The episodes of the show give students examples of what a Little Big History can be, such as tracing the roles of salt and silver in trade and civilization. One terrific way to integrate parents and the community into the course is to hold an event where students can show off their research at the end of the year. Much like a science fair, students are given table space for each group to show and explain their research. Either all or some students deliver their presentations in front of the crowd, TED Talk style. Events like these have a huge impact on student work throughout the year. Knowing that their work is going to be shared beyond the classroom creates an external pressure for the students to really do their best. and places you in a position to help them show off what they can do, rather than merely judge their performance. Plus, it creates an opportunity for students to think about how their research might potentially have a positive impact on the larger community around them. So that's about it. Let's do a quick recap. Big History is a course that provides lots of opportunities for students to dive in and explore the big ideas that interest them. The PBL activities are 3 two-week projects that allow students to explore different species, figure out how to feed the population of our planet now and in a century, and take a stab at predicting the next threshold. The Little Big History project asks students to go super deep into a single object or idea they care about, and then tell the story of their topic across 3 thresholds and from the viewpoint of 3 disciplines. Little Big History Night is a great way for parents in the community to connect with students and learn about their Little Big History projects. So that's all for now. Be sure to check out the Big History Project teacher community on Yammer to learn more about PBL activities, the Little Big History Project and Little Big History Night.